What up? This is Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver. Yeah, that guy. And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but they don't know jack.
We live, baby. Back up in this bitch like, whoa. R.I.P. Black Rob. Yeah, man, we back, man. It's the show where we think we know what we're talking about, but we really don't know shit. But our guest tonight, of course, as always, does know shit. And we'll get to that in 1 second. But I feel like I would be remiss to not even mention the verdict tonight. As a black man, I do feel a little bit of relief, and I'm sure that my colleagues do as well. But it is not a sentencing. So, let's not jump for joy yet. We'll just be cool. But anyway, this is not the show for politics. So we're not going to talk about politics, but we are going to talk about these Bears. So let's get to it. But first, let me introduce my all-star team. As always, let me bring in first the super producer, Tanya.
Hey, what's up, C?
What's up, Tanya? What's up with the Doritos and the what else you got?
Something in my spirit just saying the sponsorship is coming. Hey,
Man, I just ate some gumbo. We gonna sponsor my gumbo. It's gonna be a sponsor.
You know what?
My daddy made my gumbo. My daddy made.
Sure, we're gonna get him some.
Hey, he from Mississippi though, so you know it was good. All right, let me bring in the rest of the team. He's really not from Chicago, but for all intents and purposes, we'll say he is. Big Will!
CHICHGO.
What up?
What's good with you, homie?
What's going on, my people? How y'all feeling tonight?
Man, I can't call it, brother. I'm happy to be here.
Hey.
Happy to be here.
Hey, I'm happy I woke up on top of the world and not the world on top of me. So let's roll.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
That's what's up. I'm in agreement with that, Will.
Let's roll.
Let's bring in the next dude, the human Wikipedia, who knows everything and absolutely nothing. J.I. What up, J.I.?
What's good people? What's good? How's it going? I'm getting ready. I'm ready to get this thing rolling.
Did you shave, man?
I'm glad you noticed, brother.
What knocked down that beard?
Yeah, man. What? You doing a baby face impression or something?
You know what? I'm trying to get this coaching job. You know, you can't have a beard and a mustache and be a coach. Hey, we'll talk about that later. I know our guest can tell us about that.
Right. All right. So let's get to the last piece of the all-star puzzle. My man, who knows every stat from every team since the 90s. JB! What up, JB?
Yay!
This is what happens when you combine the darkness and the light.
The darkness and the light.
There you go. Jim B, all right.
Hey, my good people, what's up? It's Tuesday. Hey, real quick before we move on and introduce our guest. Everybody raise your cups or your hands in solidarity. We had a monumental verdict today, but we only halfway there. Right. Let's keep praying, keep being positive, and keep making things change.
Yes.
Drink to that.
Let's do it.
And before you guys move on, I just want to give a quick shout out to my new nail tech. Fellas, I know this is not for you guys, but you guys.
This definitely ain't for us.
I just have to say, she did.
Well, Will, you be getting your nails done, don't you?
Yes.
So what? What's your problem? I ain't shouting
out to JN Nails of Elgin, Illinois. She did it good. I mean, you guys, go to her if you're in the northwest suburbs. Support her. Her prices are unbelievable. You'll love it. So I had to put it out there.
Are you like a mile away from your mic? Because we barely heard any of that.
Me? You didn't hear me? Let me come
no, him.
I heard Elgin.
Oh, I'm sorry. JN Nails. JN Nails in Elgin hooked me up yesterday. If you guys in the northwest suburbs, man, go get her. Go do her. Her prices are unmatched.
They are nice.
They're very nice. Thank you, guys.
Hey, let me ask you a question. How do you measure the dynamics of nails?
What?
I mean, they look.
What the fuck? What the fuck kind of question? This ain't the podcast, man.
How do we know that's right? Like, they look good. I'm just saying, it looks good, but is it substantial? Is it good? You know, because I know I can measure the dynamics of them whack eyelashes some people have. You know, they be missing some stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know how to.
This is the wrong podcast, man. We about to talk about these bears.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: the Beauty by Will podcast Friday nights.
Okay, make sure you see it. Okay, boo.
No.
All right,
Tanya. Peace out.
Bye now. Have a good show. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye, Tanya.
Love y'all. Bye.
Trying to act like it's Coke in that bottle. You know, ain't no Coke, straight Coca-Cola in that bottle. You know, she done dipped that Coca-Cola in something.
So, man, our guest tonight, oh my God, man. So, what can I say? He's like, you know, he had a short stint with the Bears, but he was more productive than like 95% of the corners we done ever had. You know, I mean, he's on the same level as Peanut and who else can we name?
Lemonhead,
Peanut, Lemonhead, and just recently Kyle Fuller. He's on that same level. But he had like 6 years in NFL. And I know that he played somewhere else. But you know, he was super consistent. And in 2006, in that season, he had 5 interceptions. He was tied with Peanut, I believe. Yeah, so he was like really productive. And you know, he got a new position now. I'm not gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna let him do it. But let's bring my man in, Ricky Manning Jr.
What's up?
Yo.
Yeah,
What's
buddy.
What's up? What's going on?
What's happening, man? How you feel,
Appreciate
bro?
it, man. I feel good, man. Solid, man. Can't complain, man. God is good, man. Good things. Love it, man. Hey, this show is multi-talented, man. We got sports, we got nails, we got brains, politics. Like, man, we doing this. Yeah. People.
Hey, we know man. About everything.
GMA, we coming for you.
No doubt, for sure.
Right. But the black GMA, we gonna be the black GMA.
Yeah,
Hey. Australian, did you say that?
So we keeps it real on this show. I don't give a fuck if he hears me. But
I want to talk to Ricky. What's happening, man? What's good?
Man, good, man. Hey, good news, man. We need to step in the right direction, man. Politically, man, that verdict, man, that's a big thing, man. It's huge, man. Like, that's huge. Change some things, man. You know what I mean? Shit ain't just right out. You know what I mean? It's big. It's necessary, man. You know, it's necessary.
Yeah,
it's been necessary. You know what I mean? But it's monumental, man. So.
You got some big things going on. We was all ready to sing "Bear Down, Chicago Bears." Now we got
we still
get a J-E-E.
Oh, hold on. We still do it. Go ahead.
You gonna try to adjust the camera. Don't show your stuff, man. Hey, man, show that check.
We can do the Bears and then we come back to the J. You know what I'm saying?
Jets.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trying to turn things around, man. No, it's a blessing, man. Really, to be honest, it's crazy because, man, my time in Chicago, really helped prepare me for now to be a coach, man, to get back to the next generation of young athletes, man. That's what it's really about, you know. And when I was there, man, like Lovey was doing some different things that people were doing in the league yet. And one of the main things, like I was talking to some of our young players today. One thing Lovey did was he created the position, a coach for me, the nickel. I played the nickel spot, right? It's a very important spot to this defense that we run here. And people wasn't doing that, but Lovey was one of the first to do it. And what it did was it made me so productive, man, in that position because I just focused that nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I was able to get 5 picks in the regular season. And you said if I had 6, I had one in the playoffs against Matt Hasselbeck too. But, you know,
yeah,
that was a big one. So, but a lot of that, man, was a testament to Lovey Smith, man, by putting Lloyd Lee in there and letting me focus on nickel, man. And that's what Robert Saleh is doing here with the Jets. And it's a new position. And it's also because of my experience, man. I get to teach it and I just love ball, man. So it's a good thing.
That's all good, man. That's all good. Congrats on that, man.
No doubt.
That's huge. That's huge.
Ricky, as a former player and a younger coach, how do the players relate to you?
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, that's a good thing because I was in Seattle a couple of years, you know, towards the end of the Legion of Boom. And one thing that being a former player, man, it's respect. You know what I'm saying? Like first thing Richard Sherman was when I walked in the stage, like, hey, you think about 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Like he respected it all right off the top. So in relation wise, it helps because I'm not just I ain't coaching from a clinic or from a book that I learned something from. I lived it. You know what I'm saying? I lived it. You know, sweat, blood, and tears. So when we talking ball, it ain't like, hey, I know we drew it up like this, but you know what I mean? When Westbrook can give you this, or when Julian Edelman give you this, you know, I understand. Sometimes it don't happen like we drew it up. You know what I mean? So it's just a deeper understanding of the game, man, and they respect it. You know what I'm saying? But I got to come prepared too. You know what I mean? Can't just be a player. Just can't go off my old tapes. I got to go in there, prepare, and work and teach these cats what I know.
I got you. Okay, good stuff.
Go
ahead, Tina.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
All right. You have some head coaching experience too. I saw Fresno City.
Yeah, no, I was a head coach for 1 year. My first year playing coaching, man, I was a head coach in my high school, man. Throwing into the wolves, man. Just like bam. But that was the only head coaching experience I got was high school. You know, and that was for a year. I mean, that's kind of where we got me coaching because I wasn't thinking about coaching, man. But that kind of bit that bug, and it was over for that.
Okay. All right. Did the younger guys, the high school guys, did they really kind of I mean, an NFL player has a certain level of credibility. So did they just immediately say, hey, this guy played? A lot of them are younger, so they might not have seen you. But how did that NFL credibility just kind of carry with, you know, everybody's a know-it-all?
Yeah, the reason why it helped me a lot, man, because I come from a small town. Fresno is a small city, right? So, you know, I was a superstar coming up out of there. So a lot of kids followed my career, you know what I'm saying? So it made it a little bit better. And then the success I had, you know, it's crazy because when I look back at my life, man, like I'm a DB coach now and I'm looking at 5'9" DBs like, no, he's too small. I'm like, this dude's bigger than I was. You know what I'm saying? But the things that I did at my size, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know at the time, man. Like, just dog mentality, having success. Man, I had 3 picks in the NFC Championship my rookie year, 2 Super Bowls. You know, like, as a 5'9" corner, man, just did some great things. But I realized that, you know, my destiny wasn't to pick off Donovan McNabb 3 times, bro. It was really to be an impact to this next generation. You know what I'm saying? So, but because I had that success, it just gives me that much more weight. You know what I mean? They're going to listen now instead of just turn their shoulder. So I'm seeing that. When I got in high school, man, they listen, man. They tuned in. I get cats that sometimes I don't even have no chance, man. They're steered my way. Same thing in the league, too. A lot of my experiences, man, it's crazy how I go through them over and over again, and I use them as teaching moments for these next cats. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome, man. It's truly a blessing, man. And to sit back and be like, man, God, you did that, you know?
Oh, that's great. That is phenomenal. Go ahead, T-Nick.
I definitely would listen to everything that you had to say. But the 3 picks that you had in the conference finals against the Eagles, and you picked Donovan, that's the homeboy, man. That's the homeboy. But hey, you did your thing though. I can't front on that. And I did not mention the fact that your first first 3 seasons you played with the Panthers.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that kind of on purpose. But
Yeah. hey, but check this out. That's what got me to the Bears, man. To be honest.
True.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? Remember
And
that
that's what
my third
John
year.
always says. That's what got you to the Bears.
Got to the Bears,
So
man.
and that's like one of the only things that Jerry Angelo ever got right was to sign you.
Hey, it started with Muhsin Muhammad, man. He got Muhsin Muhammad from Carolina the year before. But he gets him in the playoffs. We beat him. You know what I'm saying? Steve Smith went bananas. All right,
crazy.
He went bananas, because they beat us during the season, and then we beat them in the playoffs, right? And then I came in next year. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dante Wesley came in next year, just for adding the pieces, man. Start getting the Carolina boys. I don't know. It was some kind of Carolina Chicago thing because there's players that went to Chicago that left Chicago and went to Carolina, like Chris Harris. You know what I'm saying? Like both guys. Greg Olsen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wesley did too.
Yeah, some kind of.
I want to say didn't Peanut?
Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut.
Yeah, and then Pep came here.
Yep. So it's some kind of
Wesley.
Carolina.
Dante Wesley came to the Bears.
Yeah, and then went back to Carolina.
And then went back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my boy.
So
Dante was my roommate. We was roommates my rookie year. That's my dude. I mean, my rookie year, his second year, we was roommates first 2 years. That's like my dude, for real.
Okay,
that's what's
D West. Yeah.
Hey, we got to try to reach Dante, man. He had a decent time here. It was short, but he had a decent time here.
It was
he's special teamer, man. Him and Brendan Abadagio on teams was killing, man. By Devin Hester.
Yep, special teams was rocking back then, boy.
The suicide team, boy, they just gave up their bodies. They gave them up.
Oh, killing it.
Hey,
I'm talking about
Ricky,
putting dudes to sleep.
You said Dante was your roommate. Does it normally go like that? DBs with DBs, receivers with receivers?
Yeah. But then, like when you come in as a rookie, you always got a room. Training camp, we always have roommate. When you get like the third, fourth year, then you have your own room in training camp. You know what I'm saying? And even on the road.
Okay, you got a UCLA guy. That's you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a UAPB guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what's up. That's a good connection.
He taught me a lot, man. He taught me a lot about the HBCU, man. Taught me a lot about it, man.
Hey, UAPB is killing this year.
I didn't know.
They are.
Bro.
Ooh, they
I
killing.
didn't know. I didn't know until I knew. I didn't know until I knew. He took me to my first back. We playing the Super Bowl in Houston, and Pine Bluff was playing hoop against whoever out there.
He took you to a game.
He took me to a game. I was like,
you saw that halftime show, buddy. Change your.
Check. Hey, put it this way: I came out there winner. I came out there winner. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Long time ago. I was a rookie.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
So
a win is a win. We'll take it.
Let's kind of stay in that lane because you kind of open the door to that. You know, that's a hot topic now. Is the coaches that's coming from the NFL into the HBCU scene. So, you know, of course, we had Dion led it off, and recently we got Eddie George. And the big thing about Eddie George is the people that he surrounded himself with, because he brought in Steve Fisher with him to that. So, and then we got, you know, we hear talks with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed talking about that they want to be next. So what do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Especially how we are. We're at a point where I think that society wants to see the elevation of the HBCU football game. You understand? So talk on that if you can.
I mean, I honestly think it's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's helping us out. You feel me? Elevating that level of sports, black sports. And for those guys that do that too, you know what I mean? Like it takes, you know, it's a little bit of sacrifice because they ain't getting paid like you would get paid if you was at a Division I college, you know, or in the NFL. But they're willing to make that sacrifice and change things and make a difference. And that's the biggest thing, man, is now our historical black colleges is getting some top-notch coaching. Not saying it wasn't before, because they had plenty of dudes that come out of there, But again, the level that guys like Eddie George bring, like Deion bring, the presence, Deion. I mean, his staff is ridiculous, man. He got Dennis Thurman on his staff. Dennis Thurman is one of the best DB coaches, D coordinators around. For a long time. He recruited me out of high school. Like DT is the beast. So because Deion and who he is, Prime is who he is, people want to play for him. People want to coach for him. He is that person that can make a change. Eddie George is the same type. He's that person that can make a change. And got something to say. You know what I mean? We got something to say. So I think it's a beautiful thing, man.
Absolutely. And he beloved down there in Tennessee, So that's
no doubt. That's his stomping ground.
That's huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he the man. Can't do no wrong.
Yep. Hey Ricky, let me switch gears. Let me switch gears with you real quick. I want to go back to something with you being a coach now. One thing you were very, very good at, not just picking off the ball and coverage, you were a really great tackler. You know what I'm saying, at the DB position for your size. So when we talk about a shutdown corner, could you break that down for us about being a complete corner, though? Because we see a lot of shutdown corners, but they're not complete.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, man, because being into this coaching thing, you find out, you learn the way other coaches look at things, and one thing I harp on is physicality. I need a dog. You know what I'm saying? The year to cover corner is no more. You know what I mean? Like that's the first thing I'm looking at is how can he tackle? You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, if he a beast in cover, then obviously some things can measure, but you got to be a tackler on the edges, man. And I use this as an example, man. Richard Sherman was one of the best in his prime. He was one of the best tackling corners in the league, right? He was a dog coming off that edge, crappy place. Not only did he cover, but he had size to come up and lay wood, right? So again, like you said, man, evaluating DBs, especially corners, especially nickels, even safeties. All right, you got to have that physicality part. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not in technique, that's cool. I can teach you that. I can help you with technique. You know what I mean? We're gonna give you a tackling plan. But if you ain't got this right here, this hard, I can't. That's what mom and daddy gave you that. I can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? The courage to come up and throw it in there, it's a wrap.
Will, do you hear that?
I hear it.
We got two of the hardest hitting DBs on this podcast right now, ever.
He said two of them. That's Ricky and who?
Yes.
Stop playing, boy.
I would like to know who.
Stop playing. Talking about Lemonhead,
because you never came to any of my games, so you never saw me hit. So I'm wondering how you know. How you know I hit hard?
But hey, you know what? That's what I was talking about. I was talking about T Nick,
yeah, right.
Hey, here's the thing. It is. Coaching is like giving back. Like it's a natural progression. You evolve or die. I don't think you got a lot of guys who say coaching's not in their blood. Man, Ricky, it is so good to see young black guys that were coached by other young black guys. Mm-hmm. Lovey coming in and it's a legacy that comes down. You see these coaching trees and things like that. It's just you just get, I guess, introduced to so many different cultures and you meet people. I think everybody I know that's on here right now, I know from football or from some playing some sports. Yeah. I played with them, against them, or something like that. And it brings coached them and it brings them together. North Carolina Central. Do we have anybody that goes there, JB?
Some 6'7" kid. I think his name is Cam or something like that. Yeah.
North Carolina Central plays UCLA this year, baby.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do.
UCLA.
Yes, they do. Oh no, they play them in football. They might have a leg up on football.
Wait, they play them in football? That's gonna be a massacre.
They play them in football. They play Alabama State
is gonna massacre them. Oh my God.
The Deion or just the attention that everybody's getting for different levels of football, it's just blowing up. Like, wow, I've watched more Jackson State games this year than I've ever have in my life.
For real. For real.
It's true, man.
They all be on ESPN now.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Deion is doing it. So, Ricky, do you see your coaching career in that trajectory? Do you see yourself going to a HBCU after you do what you do in NFL?
Nah, I don't think so. It ain't really been my flavor. I mean, I love it. I appreciate it. But man, this league is where it's at for me, man. Just the level of competition. Like I'm a competitor, man, and I'm learning so much. Like I swear, when I first got here, man, to sit in the room with some of these dudes, like Robert Sala and Jeff Ulbrich, man, and talk ball. I'm like, whoo, I'm getting my master's in football right now. Being around guys like Chris Richard at Seattle, I'm like, the league is where it's at, man. And they feed us way too good. You know, they feed us way too good. There's too many perks. There's too many perks.
Right.
We got a West Coast guy. We got a West Coast guy all the way on the East Coast. How you like it out east?
It's cool, man. I adapt, man. I adapt wherever I'm at. So it's cool, man. The family's excited about moving it. We've been in Cali for a minute, so new scenery, new place, man. New people to love on, man. So I'm cool. I'm with it, man. It's cool.
That's what I want to ask you about. You know, and you segue right into it. How is that adaptation of the coaching life? Because I know with coaching, like you already said, you study and you learn the game, you get your masters and everything like that. How do you balance that with the family life? Because I know, even like it's hard for me. I'm a high school coach, and it's hard, you know, because you just, it takes a lot of hours out of you. You know, this game is constant study. So I know like yours is probably 10 times worse than what I have to go through.
Yeah, well, it's like life, man. We're talking with homies one time about this, man. Like, I ain't never been one to complain, man. But I sit back sometimes and be like, man, life is hard, bro. You gotta be a good husband. You gotta try to be a good father. You know, I got 4 boys, man. Like trying to raise them right. You know, trying to be a good coach. You know what I mean? Trying to be a student. You know, all these things you gotta do. Like you said, you gotta balance in your life. You know what I mean? But naturally, when you focus on one thing, you know, you lose focus on another. You know what I mean? So it's tough, man. It's a constant battle trying to find that balance. You know what I mean? Trying to be a good husband, trying to be a good father, trying to be my best coach, you know, climb up and learn. But you know, like I said, man, I just grind, man. I put my sleeves up, go to work, learn, don't really complain, man. Go get it, you know. If I'm lacking in some area, you know, if wifey's like, yo, you've been gone for a minute, then okay, all right, now let me step it up. Let me go in earlier while you sleep, so I can get some of that stuff done and come home earlier. You know what I mean? So that's really what it is, man. Just trying to find that balance, and once you think you made it, just like anything, I mean, just like my walking Christian, trying to be a good Christian. Once you think you made it, that's when the enemy gonna attack, man. Like, no, you ain't. Come here. Let me throw this in front of your face. See what you do with it. You know what I mean? So stay woke, man. Stay on your toes. Stay grinding. Stay hungry. Always learning, man. Ongoing learning, man. Like it's amazing, man. What it can do, and how much you can grow from it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, great points, Ricky. Ricky, let me ask you this: since we, you know, not to bring up anything controversial, but we as Bears fans were pretty hurt when they let Lovey go in that 10-6 season, right? How do you feel now going from being coached by a black man, a minority coach, to now working side by side with one? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, man, that was then the fire and Lovey, that was dumb. You know, just, you know, the things we got to deal with. You know, you already know what it is. That's the elephant in the room. The thing we got to deal with. You know, it's not as bad in the league when you think about it, but it's even worse in college, man. Like coaching college, and like, I was at Fresno State as a GA, and you know, it was 1 or 2 of us. You know, and I'm struggling to get a job, and I played in the league, and look at these dudes like, this dude a coach, like I can't get a spot. You gonna pay like. You know what I'm saying? And they hate, you know. But when I got to the league and stepped in that defensive room in Seattle, man, and we closed that defensive door, and it was all us. All us. One white dude, and he was half black. You know what I'm saying? On the D-line. My boy Cassius Morris, he half black. You just wouldn't know it. You know, but his daddy black. You know, but it's all us. So naturally, the coaches should be, you know what I'm saying? It should do that. And Seattle, Pete Carroll, one of those coaches that get it. Bruce Arians, he one of those coaches that get it. You know what I'm saying? You see his staff. It's us, right? Former players.
Right.
Robert Sala, same way. He gets it. He knows. You know what I'm saying? He knows, because when we was in the hiring process, you know, looking for other DB coaches, he was like, nah, gotta be a brother. Like I don't care who. Nope, it gotta be. I ain't bringing no white dudes in to coach DBs. It ain't happening. So I respect that.
Mad respect.
Do you think that's a fear of some of these owners? Like they realize that once you bring in these black head coaches, you start to turn over the coaching staff in itself, because just like you said, Robert Silas is right up nose, got to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like that's maybe one of the reasons we don't see as many black coaches in the league right now?
Nah, I think the main reason is a lot of coaches aren't put in these positions. They ain't even giving them meetings. I mean, I know they got the Rooney rules and they making them interview. But how legit is the chance they got? You know what I mean? Like these dudes, a lot of dudes
that's
hire
just
their
for
homeboys.
compliance, man. There's no merit behind that.
Like there's no way my man in Kansas City, you know what I'm saying,
Eric
shouldn't have a job. Ain't no way. I ain't gonna say EB's name. Ain't no way he shouldn't have no head coaching job. You know what I mean? Like who Detroit hire? Who Detroit hire? Like what? You gonna hire this dude just went to it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's sometimes it's a good old boy system, and a lot of times coaching, it's not about what you know and who you are, it's about who you know. You know what I mean? So somebody in the building, you know what I mean? It helps. That's how it is. And it's the same way, vice versa. I got this job not because of what I know, but it's because I knew Robert Saleh. You know what I'm saying? So I had a relationship with him. So
now did y'all cross over at Seattle, or you all were different tenures with Coach Carroll?
No, we didn't cross over. I did an internship with Frisco when I left Seattle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was like a live interview for me. And once I got in, he saw me do my thing on the field. He's like, I gotta have you. So he was trying to get me in the last 2 years, but he was just a DC, and Shanahan wouldn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get me in, and Shanahan wouldn't pull it. He's like, hey, don't worry. When I get a good job, God bless. He's like, I got you. So he kept his word. I was one of his first hires.
Oh, that's what's up,
man. God bless, man.
No doubt.
Ricky, you mentioned this, and I wanted to ask a couple other guys. I think you would have some good insight on this. Like something I always loved about sports, and I think I still love it, is the meritocracy. The best players are going to play. At least that's what people say. Have you found that? Have you found it to be anything other than that? At UCLA, you got a guy that comes in. He's a 5-star. We recruited him. We want to play him. But we got this guy that maybe walked on, and he's really, you know what I'm saying, he's really putting a little pressure on him. Do the coaches feel like, hey, we got to get his, this scholarship 5-star, maybe a little longer look, or in the NFL, first-round draft pick, he's being outplayed. I've seen some cases where they just got the guy out of there. Matt Flynn was out of there. Russell Wilson clearly better get this guy out of here and take the money with you. But how have you seen that? Does the cream rise to the top, or is it a little bit of, like you say, maybe political, or how does that work?
The best players play. You know what I'm saying? Especially at this level, at college level too as well. The best players play when it comes down to it. Now, in a league, there's different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if you were a high draft pick, guess what? You're gonna have a little bit more rope than an undrafted dude. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit more time to develop. If you undrafted coming in and you ain't, they ain't gonna give you no time. You better come right now with something, because if not, they're gonna go to the next dude. But you a first round pick and you ain't quite there yet. You got a little bit more time. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much more money invested in that player. You know what I mean? They got to kind of let the investment. You can't just well, he didn't work out. Give it to him. You know what I mean? Because now you're just throwing away money. So, but again, the best players play. I don't care if you're the first pick overall. If you're getting roasted, you ain't gonna be out there. Prime example is Frisco. They draft picks. Keller Witherspoon wasn't playing like he wanted to play. They put a HBC corner out there, and he did his thing. You know what I mean? And he wasn't a draft pick, or he was a late draft pick, whatever it was. But he got out there and he played. He balled. Started in the Super Bowl over. They golden boy. So it's all about who playing, man. Best player's gonna play, because it's too many people's job on the line. They ain't finna risk that.
Right, families to be fed.
Hey, that's something that people. I say that from time to time. I said these coaches want to win, so if they're putting somebody on the field, they're putting the person that they think will give them the best opportunity to win and keep their job. But everybody's a conspiracy theorist. Like, no, they're holding this guy back. If listen, and I want to go here, I guess, because I'm going there. If Mitch Trubisky is playing for the Bears, then evidently somebody in that room thought he was better. Evidently somebody did.
Yeah, somebody. It'll be somebody. I don't know what.
Hey, everybody be quiet except for Ricky. Ricky, get him. Get his ass, please. Because I'm about 2 seconds off his ass, man.
Oh, man.
Get him.
Nah, that wasn't a cool. They paid that boy way too much money. I don't know. But again, they invested the money in him, man. They had to write it out. You couldn't just, the GM, made that decision. You can't just say, I made a $20 million mistake. No.
Yeah, because that would cost his job. He'd
exactly.
I guess.
But he still got his job.
He was never going to admit that. Never.
But I'm glad you alluded to that. Not to put you on the spot, Ricky. Choose to answer. If you don't, if not, we'll interpret. The Jets are about to be in a similar situation that the Bears were in with which proper quarterback to take for what you all are trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, same movie, different actors,
Yeah. I mean, I can't really speak on that, but
correct.
Hopefully we make the right choice. You know what I mean? I'm confident that we will. So I don't think Mitsubishi was the right choice, especially in that draft to go that high to only play a year of college, and he just wasn't. He didn't look like freaking any of these young dudes coming out right now. Like the top 3 dudes right now. You see these dudes? You see how good they look? He wasn't nothing. He couldn't touch them. He couldn't touch them.
And that's what we're wondering. Like,
so I don't understand why he did. Why over who we went over to? We went over Deshaun Watson. You went over some dudes. Like, I'll get that one.
I didn't see the eye test either. I didn't see what they looked, what he loved, what Pace loved for the eye test. I didn't see it. Me personally.
I don't know. But I wasn't there either. So I don't know.
None of us technically were there.
Yeah, he probably could have showed up. He probably could have shown out in the pro day. Still though, still.
Yeah.
Just tell the truth, Ricky. You would have loved to been on the field with him there, so you can get you could have boosted them stats, couldn't you?
Oh, no doubt.
Hey, got me
James Winston, all them.
Got me too.
All them cats that just let them kicks all day long. But but man, you know what? Hey, if it was easy, everybody be doing it, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, bro. You know what I mean?
But is that still a stigma? Is that still a stigma about our quarterbacks? Like, I thought Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon, Doug Williams, I thought they dispelled that myth long ago. Yet here we are, and I
think it's dispelled, man. Who the best quarterback in the league? You know what I'm saying? Who the top 3, 4 quarterbacks? You know what I mean? Who the top paid dudes? You got Deshaun. You know what I'm saying? He up in there too. You know what I mean? Lamar doing his thing. So like top dude, Russell. You know what I mean? Like it's us, man. I mean,
but the Bears can never get that guy. Why?
I see where you're going, John. I see where you're going.
The wheels is always turning.
I mean,
hey.
Jay was great. Hey, I love Jay Cutler, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that out loud.
I did not like Jay Cutler, but Jay. I did not.
I did not like him either.
I liked him because he at least threw the ball.
Talent. Yeah, I like his arm talent. I just couldn't take him as a person. Like he just quit.
I didn't know him as a person. I just knew he could throw that ball.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
he was on the field.
He was a little too leisurely. He was a little too leisurely for me.
He's like giving up, pouting and shit.
Oh, I don't like that.
I like that shit.
We call that 10 man. We ain't like that.
No, and then when you lose, he had no emotion.
Yeah, I was
like
no emotion when you lose. He's just like,
yeah, he's definitely the most nonchalant person I've ever seen.
You want to see some emotion though when you lose. You want to see that they mad. They don't want to lose no more.
He was mad when Jamarcus Webb kept letting them get hit that game, and he grabbed it. He was splitting
you gotta see dudes. You gotta see dudes, man. You gotta find dudes. It gotta be. It came. That shit in the quarterback position, man. It gotta be more than just what you do on that field. It gotta be personality. Exactly. You need a leader of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say this when Baker Mayfield was coming out, my boy was coaching at Oklahoma, and he sent me a video of Baker dancing like gigging, killing it. Baker,
I saw that.
I did not know he even killed like that. I'm like, shit, I can't dance like that. He got flavor. So if he can do that, that's quarterback I want. That's what I want to eat my team. You know what I'm saying? Just a personality, just flavor, just like dog mentality. Like, and you see what he doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I need at my quarterback. I don't need,
Right. And that's what
I don't want Andrew Luck. I don't want that kind of quarterback. I want a Patrick Mahomes. I want a Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want somebody with a little something.
And that's right.
A little extra.
What
little
Chicago
something
fans really want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in Jay Cutler could have went 20 for 20 for 300 yards a game, and people still would not have enjoyed Jay Cutler because he was not that guy. He just didn't fit that mold and just want to bring. He was not a team. I almost say he's a team player, but he didn't give people that Chicago fans an emotional lift that they yearn for.
Yeah, zero personality.
Exactly, and and it's something because it's hard. I mean, it's just that he just didn't fit that mold. He just didn't have that personality whatsoever.
Nah.
But see, there's a lose criteria to this. Ricky, have you ever had the pleasure of meeting Jim McMahon?
Not personally, no.
Okay, because he's a Bear legend.
Mm-hmm.
Jim McMahon has recently said Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die. So to me, that's saying even he died a little bit here. You know what I'm saying? So like, why can't we get it right? Like you see other organizations flourish. We still hanging on that. We hanging on to 85 for dear life, man. That's all we got.
Do we always have to have this conversation every week?
Well, I just want, because there's different perspectives, and I want to know Ricky's perspective, because guess what? He has to go against these guys in practice. So who better to tell us how they are than him?
Well, it's gonna change, man. And just when that time comes, you know what I mean. So it's gonna change. Like, I mean, Cleveland Browns went to the playoffs.
I like Baker.
Cleveland Browns. Look how long they've been sorry a lot longer than Chicago has been struggling. A lot longer.
Since like Jim Brown, right?
Like,
wasn't even no Super Bowl back then.
Hey, Buffalo ain't been doing nothing. They doing something now, right? It's just a matter of time, man. They've been sorry a lot longer than the Bears. A lot longer than the Bears struggling. You know what I'm saying? A lot longer than the Bears. I mean, it was right in the playoffs. The kicker make the kick.
That's right. That's a ring.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, let me say it like this.
So
Buffalo is losing probably because of lack of talent, because it's hard for them to draw people into the organization and all that other good stuff.
No, they winning now, though.
The reason the Bears are losing is because they just don't want to go out and get what they want because they still selling jerseys. I bet you ain't nobody buying Buffalo Bills jersey over in California, but there's a whole lot of people buying Chicago Bear jerseys in California. So that's all the bottom line is all about.
But that's a national.
What I'm saying is it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be sooner or later. Like I said, Buffalo been sorry for a long time. Cleveland been. And they had quarterback after failure after failure, and then this guy Johnny Manziel, this guy gonna try to work. Buffalo, same thing. Guys, boom, boom, maybe it worked. No, it's gonna eventually get there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna eventually get there.
But they're trying. The Bears aren't even trying.
I mean, they tried. They thought.
You're not even comfortable saying that.
As my mother would say, you thought wrong. Shoot.
They thought.
They always trying to get a bargain, so they ain't never gonna be a great team because they're always trying to get a bargain.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
No, they spend money. Hold on, they spend. Go ahead, Ricky.
Well, let me say, on defense they spend the money.
No,
but on offense they're always trying to find a bargain, except for Jay Cutler. And Mike Glennon. Aside from those two, always trying to find a.
Well, who else?
Mitch didn't get paid. He didn't get paid a whole lot.
Man, who else deserves it?
Because he didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't deserve it. Thank you.
No, he didn't. So they ain't give it to him.
Yeah. So I mean, if he'd have balled out and he'd have did his thing, you know what I'm saying? He probably would have got paid.
But think about it. none of them that you played with until now, none of them got that second contract, right?
Yep.
Rex didn't get it. Glennon didn't get it. What's that other boy that we had before? McNown, Cade, what's his name? Josh McCown didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like nobody we had ever got that second contract.
Was you about to say Cade McNown, dog?
That's too far. Hey, UCLA guy.
Yeah, he's a UCLA guy. Oh man, he sucked there too.
Hey, that's what
so bad.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
Dang.
But I sure was.
Are you moved? Does Andy Dalton move the needle for you?
Not no young Andy Dalton. Not now.
Or would you like to play against Andy Dalton with your team?
He decent. He ain't bad. He ain't Jameis.
We have a saying on this show by Mr. Irvin here. Come eat at my restaurant. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. I'm not moved by it's not terrible. Like it won't kill you. It's edible.
True. There you go.
That's
Ricky,
funny.
Ricky, you look a lot bigger. You said 5'9".
Yeah.
5'9". Okay. I don't know why you always look a little bigger. The Jets have big, relatively big DBs, right? 6 feet guys and 6'1". I don't know if they're all coming back. It's a guy from Rutgers.
Yeah, you talking about is that Bless Austin
Bless.
Rutgers?
Yeah, Bless Austin. Yeah.
I like Bless, man.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's straight New York too. He's straight Jersey.
Is that right?
Like he's straight. I like him though. I can't wait to work with him, man. Like I like stuff he got in his neck, man. He got shit in his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. But young developing player too. But yeah, he a little bit longer. Lankier. You know what I mean? That's how we like him, if we can get him that long. But bottom line is you got to be able to cover. You know what I'm saying? 5'9" corners, there are exceptions. You can't have too many exceptions on the team. You know what I'm saying?
The game has moved away from that.
I mean, yeah, because the receivers are bigger, man. You got to cover Julio. You know what I mean? Like
DK.
You got to cover DK. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cover DK, man. Like. So that's really what it is, man. A lot of these kids are getting bigger and stronger anyways, too, man. Like I'm amazed at some of these dudes, man. Like I'm like, dang, this dude 6'2", running a 4.3, can move like that. It's crazy. So, it ain't the be all, you know what I mean? You got to be able to play point blank, and I ain't saying I'll turn down 5'9" cats, but in reality, it's like, hey, if you can hang up, you 5'9", you got to be a dog physically. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to bang with the big boys, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, those are exceptions, but you can't have a team full of exceptions.
Hey,
you only have an exception or two.
I'm gonna write that down.
You can't have a team full of exceptions.
So you were that 5'9" dog, and you played for John Fox. And John Fox to me seems like a rah 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 in your face type of dude. And then, how was it making that transition to Lovey? Lovey quiet.
Is Lovey quiet?
Yeah,
that's what Tommy said.
Quiet, don't cuss.
Yeah,
let you treat you like a man. We didn't have no curfew in training camp. We had no curfew. He's like, y'all grown men. Y'all know what you gotta do. We had no curfew, no room check. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We made some bad decisions.
As I'm sure some young
made some
would.
bad decisions, get them training camp eyes. Nah, I'm just whatever.
Hey, but you know what? Winning
locked
makes
away
up
with a
for
bunch
that.
of dudes for 2-3 weeks.
Hey,
yeah.
I laughed so hard I laughed my damn earphones out my ears.
That was Bourbon.
That trainer started looking nice. Like, dang, she look all right.
Hey, Coach, I'll be right back.
No, she didn't.
Hold my beer. I'll be right back, Coach.
Hey, no, but it was a big difference, man. But it's crazy because it was a blessing, man. Because, like you said, John Fox was rah rah rah. His defense was very complicated. We did a lot of things. And then I went to Lovie Smith, who was very simple, even mannered. Like a Tony Dungy. You know what I'm saying? Like powerful. You know what I mean? And it was a good mixture. We both, I had success with both of them. It was the number one defense in Carolina. We got number one defense in Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? So like, just it's many ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? Like all that raw stuff. It ain't necessary sometimes, but sometimes it works. You know. So that's kind of what I learned from it, man. Like you can do it different ways. You know, it ain't just hey, you got to be Bill Belichick and be in there 32 hours. You know, let me do it like that. It was the kid was like man, and it worked for us. We played fast.
That cover two hard. Yeah. We know it well.
Yep.
You mentioned training camp. You mentioned training camp, and that's getting ready to come up, guys, and the OTAs and things of that nature for you guys. What do you think about with the new way training camps are handled? How there's so much, not at all. No, it's a walk in the park.
It's stupid, man. It's dumb. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was coaching high school football last year, right? Because I was out, and we practice, and we can't even practice with the guys right now. Like what? But it's players associations. It's all this. You know, nobody want to be liable for certain things. So, you know, it's got us in a peculiar situation. You know, it's just not. We don't know. Like, we don't know. Mm-hmm. Training camp, you know, we don't know. This virtual stuff is cool, but like it's for the birds, man. I need to touch you. I need to touch you. I need to.
So as a player, you probably would enjoy that. You understand? And as a coach, you didn't like. Well, I guess you're right because you was talking about how much of a dog you are and how much you want to get at it and things like that. But
it's cool for older vets that you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, I get to chill. You know, but the young cats I need to prove and need that work. Mm-hmm. They kind of
but that's what them days over for, Ricky. Don't we still play football? Isn't hitting still a part of football?
Don't even start on that, bro.
Not next week. Not next week.
On the millennials. Hey, wait a minute. On the millennials. The millennials, man, different kind, man. It ain't no more. Not Spartanburg. Spartanburg or what was training camp at in Chicago? I can't remember off the top of my time.
Bourbonnais.
Ain't no more Bourbonnais days, man.
Ain't no more Bourbonnais.
Ain't no more Bourbonnais days, man. Where you in that sun, in that heat, and you week after week. That's over, man. It's over, man. You ain't gonna find out who week until week 6.
Do you think that makes the game? Do you think that makes the first few weeks of football sloppy?
Yeah, really? Definitely. It makes it tough, man. It makes it tough to evaluate. It makes it tough to know who you got. It makes it tough on players too. Like, you know, look how many injuries Frisco had last year. You know, this defense had last year. And part of that was because of all the time that was missed, you know.
No hitting. Like, you need to practice that. Otherwise, when you get in the game, it's my man Bullets. NFL equals Nerf football league.
Man, you know what?
Shout out to my man Bullets every week.
Listen, this can't be the grumpy old man podcast. Like,
you
gotta evolve. We gotta evolve. Like, everybody wants to hit until they gotta hit. I'm okay with that. I mean, I like some of the advancements of the league. Now, don't get me wrong. I think you should do a little bit more. I love the advancement they're doing. I saw today. They're having, for the first time, position-specific helmets. I don't know if that. I'm sure if I got it, you guys know about that already. Where offense and defensive linemen they're looking into a new helmet. I don't know if they passed the number change rule. I don't know how I feel about it, but like, I'm trying to, just go with the flow. Hey, Will, do you know what number Ricky had in college?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he had the best number ever.
9.
Yeah, he had the. Come on, baby, you know what it is. They deserve that for the ballers. Hey, what do you think about that, Ricky? About single digits?
No. Oh, I think talking about the NFL stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah. Single digits is not. It's live, man. I'm glad I did that because you can't do it anymore after college. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? They're talking about making. I mean, I don't know if they made that change where they were thinking about letting skill positions, receivers and DBs, and I think running backs too, go to single digits.
Hey, but Jay, don't it don't even look right in the league though, huh?
It would look a little strange.
It look a little odd though when you.
It does. It looks very strange.
Preseason, they allowed to happen. And I'm looking at single digits. I'm like, it don't look wrong.
it's all fun and games until you turn around and look at your defensive tackle wearing the number 2.
Oh, you know what? I don't think they'll. The way they got it, I think it would be skill positions can wear single digits. Skill positions and I think maybe kickers and stuff like that. But
I don't know why they look different in the league, man. It look different in the league. I've seen a couple of cats in preseason have single digits, you know, then some of the sweet numbers. And I'm like, that don't look tight to me. Like it look off. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I don't know. It just look different than
we argue we can ditch into it, but you know, like number 10 throwing to number 9, like that's that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But in college, it's raw though. Like I guess
in college,
I don't know what it is.
But you also got like 112 people on the roster too. So
right, you need those. You got double. You got multiple.
Defense number 2, offense number 2.
I just started seeing that a few years ago. That was kind of weird.
You got too many people on the team, and then too many retired numbers.
Yeah, 85 scholarships. So you got.
But I want to ask you this question, Ricky. Back to what we got, because we avid football fans around here, and we know for a fact coming into Jets, you all had 2 of the greatest corners tandem between Revis and Cromartie for a nice little bit of time. What do you see going on with the tandems now? Because we got a true, defensive back number 1 or somebody that goes position to position to position. What do you prefer as a coach?
Come again? What are you asking again? I'm not quite sure.
So you have like the Revis, there was the RCB1, the Cromartie, LCB1, but then you got some people that specifically stay on one side of the ball.
Oh,
so what do you prefer? Somebody that just is that position or can move? Like I'm gonna follow Julio wherever he go. Or I'm gonna follow who, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Bill, that's a question right here. No, I didn't call him on there. He would send me on blitzes. I see this little question right here. It's really no preference. It's all about personnel, who you got. If you got a Revis, if you got a dude, and you can do that, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? But again, you got to be able to run your defense with personnel. And as a coach, as a staff, we got to be able to adapt with who we got. You know what I mean? If we got that type of defense, then we got to adapt our scheme to that. But I do like corner stand left and right because you just get used to playing. It's different when you got that left foot up and you're on the left side as opposed to that right foot up. A prime example is Richard Sherman. You know what I'm saying? When I was at Seattle, he was always a left corner. So whenever he went to the right, it was hard for him. So I would do extra work before and after practice, just stepping with his right foot. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to that right side. Because now we start having to follow guys. But a guy like Darrell Revis, who did it all his career, it was easy because he going both left. He never was a left corner or a right corner. He would just wherever he needed to be. So he was used to it. So again, I think it's all personnel. It's not really it's not really this way is better or that way is better. If you got a dude that can shut down the lane, you want that always. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
Hey Ricky, what do you think about the Bears losing Kyle Fuller?
No, it's always tough, man. Politics coming to it. You got to keep guys like that, But I mean, I like some of the young dudes, especially my young Fresno native, young Jalen.
Jalen.
Straight from the west side of Fresno. How we make him. Typical. He's just typical West Fresno kid. Just tough. Nah, he good though. He
cold.
He cold. Good dog. He cold. He got developed some. You know what I'm saying? He got thrown in that fire as a rookie. He got thrown in that thing.
He did.
Quick.
Yeah, he did.
You gonna get burned. You get thrown in that fire. You gonna get burned. They get paid too.
Right.
They get paid too.
And he did a couple times too. He got his ass burned, but he's cold. He cold. He
gonna be one for you. He one for you. Dog mentality, man. He working hard. So you can't keep them all, man. You can't keep them all. So
so
Curtis,
aside,
that's a loss. That's a loss because he balled for us. For the Bears.
So aside from Jalen, who we got?
I don't know. I looked at the roster. Who we got? I don't know. Who do y'all got? The cover's kind of
Busters. We got Busters. I guess you can't say that, but I can say that. we got busters at cornerback, man.
I honestly don't know. I don't even know the roster. I honestly don't know.
J.I., you over there crying. Who we got? Who we got at corner?
Listen,
besides Jalen.
Hold on, we don't have any busters now. Like, come on, man. These guys are pros.
We do have didn't we have a Buster Screen?
Yeah, you know what?
And what happened to him?
He was our nickel guy.
I said, didn't we have a Buster? See?
I got you.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. We had a Buster, but now we still have other ones.
Hey man, y'all listen, man. I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I look at it like this: a guy comes in the league his first year, he gets thrown into the fire, and he's tested and he steps up. The best athletes on the what we asked Ricky. Who are the best athletes you think on your football team from your experience?
Man, it'd be different, man. Like, yeah, depends on where you're at, man. Like Carolina.
I know what you better say.
Julius Peppers, man. Nobody. He's the best athlete. He's a DN. He was a best
athlete
on that field.
Look, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you say?
That was different, boy.
He was different, man. In Chicago, I mean, Devin Hester, you know what I mean? Like, you got DS, he's skill position. You know, you got some athletes that were just, just pass their time, man. Brennan Medejo was another one of those dudes that just a monster athlete. Israel Donaghy, a D lineman that was knocking fools out on kickoff. You know what I mean? 280 run downfield like a DB. Like, what? At 280. When, that's the worst when you don't kick off, Jay, and you got number 70 something coming at you like, oh, damn.
Man, listen.
Can I get number 20 something coming at me? Not number 70 something. Like
70. You about to
I did not want to block him.
You about to get your ass trucked.
Hey, that's a good problem to have. If you got a number 70 that can play on kickoff,
this is problem.
Hey, man, think about it, Ricky. Smitty was a little different, wasn't he?
Steve Smith?
He was pretty dope, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was a dog.
Smith.
He was a dog. Steve Smith, he was a dog. Yeah, he played. He was, he was straight Cali. He had straight Southern California. He had other kind of issues, but he was yeah, other kind of issues, man. I must fight that dude every day in practice, man, because I ain't about that noise. You can't keep talking to me. Hey, team, oh, you sorry? No, let's just fight right now. Fuck all this.
Right. Yes, sir. Absolutely love it.
You ain't gonna be talking to me like that. Like, nah, bruh.
Right. Who the fuck you talking to?
You're ready to throw him, dog. Like, you can't, man. So, but, it made us compete, man. It made us compete like a bug, man, because we go after it. But, yeah, it's not. Steve Smith he was dope. He was a killer.
Wait a minute. So, Bill tells us right now. I was looking at the same thing.
He's trying to correct me. Those busters. All of them busters.
Tashawn Gibson
is a buster.
Oh, come on, man.
See, he a buster, man. He has been.
Man.
Come on, man.
See, T don't have respect. T lacks respect for a professional athlete.
No, I do not.
You do.
No, I do not. But if you're a buster, I'm gonna call it as I see it.
But that's like saying that the NFL's worst cornerback can't step down and do what he got to do against the average person.
Yeah, that's not what we're saying. That's not what he's saying.
I just don't. That's me. I just don't like to hear.
It's only 64 people on the planet doing that job. They're not busters, man. Let me tell you that.
I mean, you got to realize that okay, they might not in your eyes be the greatest
buster
of the league. Man,
okay. So I want to ask Ricky this. Do any of them names at the bottom of the screen? If you were a receiver, do they scare you?
Nah.
Dez maybe 5 years ago.
I'm gonna invite you to my restaurant, and the food ain't bad.
Right.
Hey, let me tell you what. Then let me tell you what. This what? Okay. Die hard Bears fan if you haven't gathered that yet. Okay, if these guys are okay, you know what will make them better? Pass rush.
True.
Pass rush. Rush that doggone quarterback. I guarantee you some hurry throws will listen. No one can cover anybody for 6-7 seconds every play. Come on, man. Put some heat on these guys. Hell, Jalen is not getting that money, but Khalil Mack is getting that money going. And I got all the love. Akeem Hicks, Khalil Mack. If we get a little push up front and we put them in some obvious passing downs, third and anything more than 6, and depending on field position, you know what'll happen? Then guys can play they can play their receiver, they can play them to their strength. They don't have to play them as honest. You know what? If it's 1st and 10, I got to play this guy straight up. 3rd and 11, I know what's going on. I'm in the cover 3, I can break on the ball. I can peek in, I can look around. So, but then again, you got to pressure somebody. You got to put a little pressure on them.
Nobody's disputing that. We know a DB's 2 best friends. Ricky, tell me if I'm wrong. A DB's 2 best friends is a great pass rush and a scared quarterback, right?
True. Hey, you know what? The thing about it is, it's crazy because you can sit there and evaluate those names and say they past their prime or not trending up. But the thing about it is, this is what it really comes down to. It has to be a combination of many things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have to have pass rush. You got to have linebackers. You got to have a good defensive coordinator that's gonna put you in the position to make plays. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to Super Bowl rookie year, it was Reggie Howard and Terry Cousin at corner, and I was at nickel. We wasn't nobodies. We wasn't. Who was we? Now I made Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Now one of it, but we had Julius Peppers, Mike Rucker, Brenton Buckner, Chris Jenkins, Dan Morgan. Like they made a difference. You know what I'm saying? So we was able to make plays because it worked together. Then we had John Fox's defense as well. You know what I mean? So it sometimes like you hit it. That D line can make you look good, or it can make you look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination of things. It's not. Hey, who knows? They may ball out this year. They got a good DB coach. You know what I'm saying? They got a great DB coach. Sean Townsend. I know he's getting them right, but again, you can do so much. It's a combination of things. I like True Front. I like True Front with Jalen and that kind of mix right there. It looks on good. It looks pretty solid on paper. But again, it has to compute. It has to compute. It has to come together. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be trash, or it could be, it could be what it needs to be.
So True Front, years ago, that name would actually, it might scare somebody. But right now, if you think about True Front or any of those other names like Kendall Vildor or any of those guys, if you put them out on the island, you don't trust them. You don't trust them. And that is why I say busters. I know they're in the league, so they can't be trash. But I will say they're busters for the Bears, because if they're out on an island, they're going to get their ass cooked up.
I think you got to let it play out first. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but you got to let it play out because you don't know. They could be, or they couldn't be. You know what I mean? Like you got to kind of let it play out. Like I get what you're saying though. Like your trust in it ain't. Maybe True Front's best ball is behind him. But you don't know, man. Hey, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They ain't made the playoffs. They ain't made the playoffs since before my rookie year. They ain't made the playoffs since before my rookie year. Tom Brady got there. Now I know he's one of the best players ever. They just won a Super Bowl, bro. Like with Tom Brady, who, his best ball supposed to be behind him, but he's still holding up rings.
Yeah,
just never know till it plays out. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have thought that at all.
Shifting gears real quick for a minute, Ricky. Getting into your coaching, and you said you did a good job. I took notes of that too about balancing your work day or whatever. I said I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to get in a little early, so I can leave a little early, so wifey won't be all on my back when I come home. I'm definitely gonna be taking notes on that. How, like film study and all, how you break down your day. What do you think is the most important for a new coach, a young guy coming in like yourself? What do you think is like the most important part of this process for you?
I think understanding the scheme, understanding what you do, the language. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things because, as you know, coaching football and being a part of football, you go to a different team, it's usually a different language. What we call a smash 7 route we call China 7 right here. You know what I mean? So you got to learn the language. That way you can communicate better with each other. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it. So that's what we're doing now. Like we're developing the language saying, hey, this is what we call this kind of route concept. You know, this is what we call these formations. Become a student of the game. So that way now when you're breaking down film, it's a lot more easy to communicate. I can say, hey, did you see what they did when they came out in trips formation, gun near? You know what I mean? As opposed to when it was gun far and the running back was off. You know what I mean? You can pick up tendencies. You can get your advantage back as a defense because the offense always has an advantage. You know what I mean? You get your advantage back by learning ball, learn how to really dissect, and also too for me, like any guy I'm coaching, I coach him like he don't know nothing. I'm not going to assume he know how to watch film. I'm not going to say, oh, watch this film. I'm saying, no, you need to watch film. You need to watch for these things right here. This is how you break down this offense. You watch receivers, you watch quarterback, then you watch schemes. You know what I'm saying? You break them down. So, like, I think it's important to get the basics, you know what I'm saying, early and often, and then go from there because it'll only help you. You get that foundation, and you can learn a little bit faster. You can go faster.
Hey man, I'm taking notes, brother. I'm taking notes. Basics early enough. Yeah. Learn the language. I think that's key, man. You got to. Everybody got to talk the same talk. It helps.
Yeah. Everybody got to speak the same language. Ricky, when do you think it was the most? When did you feel that it was so important for you to learn how to break down film and to study film? When did that light bulb click on for you?
Man, I learned it. I first learned to watch film the right way when I was at UCLA. One of my coach, matter of fact, Phil Snow. Phil Snow is the defense of Carolina right now with the Panthers, and Ty Littlejohn, who's the head coach in JC in Bakersfield. They really taught me how to be a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like how to really break down film and how to. And I took it with me all the way through the league. Like I would break down receipt. Like I remember looking at my notes on Larry Fitzgerald from his rookie year compared to his third and fourth year. You know, I would keep notes on receivers because I'm seeing them every year, you know, and it's changing. But they really showed me how, you know, laid it out for me. So I didn't realize everybody didn't know it like that, you know, until I got into coaching. Like, oh man, like, or even when I was playing, like, you know, Dante was my roommate, but he didn't know some of the stuff I knew. He was in the league just like I was, but he went to Arkansas Pine Bluff and they only played main defense all day. So he didn't have no concepts of how to read 3-step, 5-step, play action, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Once I started realizing that, I'm like, man, I got into coaching. I'm like, man, some of these dudes, like some of these coaches, don't even realize these dudes don't even know how to watch film. You tell them to go watch film and go put hours in on Huddle and iPad, and they just looking at games.
Right.
Where you getting it from? You know what I mean? They just looking at games. Okay, cool. Boom, boom. Well, how do you watch film? Not to go watch film. How do you watch film? If I'm a corner, if I'm a DB, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna give you a format of how I want you to watch film. It's gonna help you out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when I got to Seattle as a coach, not only did I take what everything that was in my head, how I knew how to watch film, I got some of the smartest dudes, some of the best dudes. Hey, Sherm, come here. Come holler at me. We need to sit down. How do you watch film? How do you prepare for games? I'm gonna add it to my format. Cam, how you break down a team? Oh, Rick, I look at this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna add this now. So now I got a format of how DBs watch film, and I got it from how I did it. I got it from how Sherm does it, how Cam do it, how Earl did it. You know what I mean? Like, and just put it all together. And now, when I got these young cats coming in, I'm not gonna say go watch film. I'm gonna say, look, go watch film, and I want you to look for this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. That's how you watch film. You know what I mean? So I think that's important, man. And I swear, it elevates your game. It makes it so much easier.
Especially in this day and age, because you ain't got to sit there and watch the old tapes and all that other crazy stuff. You
make cut-ups
because you got the iPad. You know,
you make cut-ups, man. You make cut-ups. You make cut-ups, and you study scheme. You study tendencies, and that's how you go out there and prepare, man. Because, like I said, you got to go in this game. I always say this: DBs are at a disadvantage. We going backwards, trying to figure out, reacting off what they doing. They going forward, knowing the snap count, knowing exactly what they're doing. We got to really react to these dudes. That's a lot faster than us already. You know, so how do you get your advantage back? All right, you get your advantage back by being a student of the game, by film study, by learning tendencies, knowing what guys like to do, knowing when they like to do it, what they do and when they like to do it. So you get your advantage back, man, is by film study and by learning ball.
Right.
Now, to cut down on some of the complexity of the game with the tendencies, right?
Say what?
You cut down on some of the complexity of the game by studying tendencies.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can only go so many places, right?
And we always say this: success leaves clues. What they like to do and what they do well, they're gonna keep doing it. success leaves clues. If they having success with something, hey, you best
That's a
believe
good
you're gonna
point.
see it again.
That
You
leaves
know what I'm
clues.
saying?
You need to coin that,
Success
brother.
leaves
That's
clues.
dope
You know
right
what I
there.
mean? Straight up. What they achieving, they're gonna keep doing. You got to find those clues.
All right.
That's what's up.
No
So
doubt.
Rick, I want to throw some names at you real quick, and I want your immediate reaction, and not politically correct. I want you to say what you actually think. If I say a name, you don't want to say anything about it, then just pass on it. Okay?
All right.
We got it. All right.
Yeah.
Let me throw these names at you. Adam Gaze.
Oof.
Oof.
You trying to get Ricky sitting over here with us?
Right.
Hey, next.
All right, let's pass on that one.
Poor Gates, man. He had a rough time. Man. You know.
Yeah,
we wish him well.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. He did great in Miami and got a head coaching job right after he got fired from Miami. So I don't know how that works.
That is true.
No.
Brian Urlacher.
Ooh, Lack. Love the dude, man. Great dude. Great teammate. Funny dude. I used to call him ESPN because he knew everything. You know what I mean? Like, everything. I don't know what's up with him lately, though. But, you know.
He grew his hair back, so he,
Right.
Okay. I know he made some comments that got him in the news a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he did.
But,
yeah. Muhsin Muhammad.
Oh, Moose. I gotta call Moose, man. Moose still got my guns. I gotta get back. Moose was a hunt. You know, Moose used to hunt when he was at Chicago. He used to go hunting and straight bring back like deer jerky, like to the facility. It was good. Yeah, Moose was
deer
hunting,
jerky.
Deer jerky, man. But I got when I was on probation from that stupid stuff that happened in LA. I had to get rid of my guns, and I gave Moose 2 of my guns, and I ain't got them back. I've been on probation.
You gotta get your shit back. But hey, that deer jerky does not sound appetizing.
Really? So you never
like
had
that burger you had? Like that burger you had?
You never had any deer?
Right, like that ostrich burger I had. That shit was
he said
gross.
Deer, man. He didn't say ostrich. Venison, man.
No, we're comparing the nastiness, though.
You don't know if it's nasty. You never. Hey, I've had some deer, Ricky. I enjoyed it.
Dude, it's not. It tastes like a bitter steak.
I had a venison burger and I liked it.
But the jerky though was different, man. It was actually good. You know what I mean? Like I was impressed. The deer jerky was bomb.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jay Cutler.
right there. Oh man. Jay Cutler. Bust.
Oh.
Chicago bus. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though he threw a touchdown on me. he threw a touchdown on me when I was in Chicago too. Brandon Marshall got me on one.
Oh yeah.
He did. He called me Lakin. It's all good.
Donovan McNabb.
Oh man, every time I see McNabb, I just think of Miss Parker.
You think of Miss Parker?
Miss Parker, because I'm gonna tell you a story. So after that year when I picked him off 3 times in the NSC championship, right? I think it was Memorial Weekend. We was chilling in Vegas, and we were like, McNabb can rap, like he a freestyle rapper, like he's pretty nice, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we were just chilling. He was like, "Man, I'm tired of seeing you on damn NFL Network picking me up." I'm like, well, you should have did it. Anyway, we was chilling. And he was chilling with Miss Parker from Friday. So
that Miss Parker.
That Miss Parker.
Okay.
Miss Parker.
What?
Yeah, Miss Parker. I was like, oh, that is Miss Parker. Yeah,
wow.
Friday. So that's all I was thinking.
Wow.
Miss Parker.
I went to the same high school that Donovan went to.
Oh, for real?
After I left, he came. Mount Carmel High School in Chicago. Shout out to Mount Carmel. But yeah, Donovan came in after I left. All right, one more name. Greg Olson.
Gee, I like Greg, man. Cool dude, man. Sustainable. accountable, dependable. You know, the U, straight from the U, man. They make them different, bro. Played for a long time. He's still playing. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, right?
He still. I mean, he just retired, right? Like a year ago. Like,
literally just retired this past season. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was like the granddad of the league with Tom Brady, wasn't
he? Yeah, he pretty. Yeah,
he was up there.
He a little bit. He year younger than me. A year younger than me. So you know, yeah, he up there though. And Tom got us about 3-4. So, but yeah, no, he was dope, man. How did Chicago lost in Carolina, huh?
Yeah, Chicago lost in Carolina.
Yep.
Like
Carolina, that connection again.
There you go. That connection again. That's crazy.
Ricky, let me ask you a personal question. Give me one quarterback that you just love to play against because you were salivating, you knew you was gonna get you one, and give me one quarterback that actually kind of kept you on your toes during your career.
When the right time in Chicago, we let him play against Brett Favre. That's when he was. Brett Favre had his time where he was like on point. He had time where he was just giving it up. You know, so
he's gonna get you 2-3 of them if you got him. Huh?
Oh, what? Oh, Brett Favre was good for 2-3 in 06 and 07. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't play Brett. That was one cat that you definitely want to play against because he was getting up. Cats that they want to play against Michael Vick. That's what they didn't want. I was in Carolina. We had to see him twice a year.
Twice a year, yeah.
Do some things. We do some things like man. You know, he was just special, man. He's special. You know, so that was one cat. They're running quarterbacks, man. I'm telling you, and he can throw.
Yeah, that changes the game up.
Changes the game.
You know what?
You know,
I'm curious. You played with Rex Grossman, right?
Yeah.
How did you like Rex? As a guy, as a player, teammate?
Rex was cool. Rex was a cool teammate. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool cat. You know, he was a little loose sometimes, but he was just a regular blue collar dude. You know, and teammate wise, he was doing it for us, man. He was doing it for us most of the year. You know what I mean? Most of the year, just we couldn't end that thing like we needed to end it. You know what I mean? Rex had a better game. We would be holding that Lombardi up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's what it is.
You know what? Because he left. He got out of Chicago, and if I'm right, it was Washington, and he played for a little while in Washington. So you know what? I mean, I think quarterbacks have they have different stages and different acts in their career. Like his first act, okay, we're gonna give you a starting job or whatever. But coach in Washington, for whatever reason, liked him, and I think he was there. He was there when McNabb was there for a little bit. Yeah. And then I remember, I think they were playing him kind of back and forth with McNabb. So I like Rex, and I kind of thought that, you know, like you say, a little better game, Super Bowl would have turned out different, and then history would have been a little bit different. We had a hometown Chicago guy, Kelvin Hayden, picked off Rex in the Super Bowl, took one back.
Sure did.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, golly, they started the Super Bowl off with a bang though.
Oh,
golly! I said, come on now.
Prince, I got halftime. That was Prince's last little deal before he passed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Didn't Tim get one too? Tim Jennings got him a pick too, didn't he? In that game.
I don't know. I can't remember. Did he throw 2 again?
I
don't know. I know that one was critical though. That one was critical.
That man. Yeah, it was. It was. Shit, that's when I knew. Oh shit, damn.
Yeah, but we stopped running Thomas Jones, man. So I don't want to talk about that no more. That hurt.
It was tough, man. We had them boys on their heels too, man. Then
hurt my heart.
We had that one blown coverage on defense because the Cats was getting them done. We had Peyton on check down city.
That was the touchdown to Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, touchdown to Reggie Wayne, man. Yeah. We had Marvin Harrison on lock. Peanut had Marvin Harrison on lock. Bash had Wayne on lock. Like, we was holding it down. But that blown coverage, you know, kept him in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gave him life. You know what I mean? Because we had scored. Then remember, Chris Harris got that pick. We got again. You know what I mean? We was up 10-0. Like, without that bust, you know what I mean? And that was just a coverage call, man. I remember that play because we called cover 2, which we always do in third and long. And I came and held on a nickel. And we got one play. Well, Danielle, my cousin, thought I said we got to cover one. And he played man-to-man on the tight end instead of deep pass on Peanut's side. You know what I'm saying? So it was,
wait a minute. That's right. Daniel Mann, Texas guy. He's from Abilene Christian. Okay.
Yep.
So you said your cousin.
My cousin. Yes, my cousin. I didn't know. We didn't know we was cousins until we came to Chicago. Like,
wow. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, oh man, yeah, cool, man, cool. I was like, man, he's like, I ain't got nobody from Cali except for, I got an auntie in Fresno. I said, in Fresno, that's where I'm from. You know what I mean? And then we started comparing families and people, and I was like, oh damn, we cousins for real. It's crazy.
Wow.
I thought I read that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you probably did.
That's amazing. That's dope. That's dope. So you brought another name to mind, Tommy Harris.
Oh, that's one of my names. You announced it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's Pastor Tommy, man. Pastor Tommy. I just
Pastor Tommy.
That boy can sing, boy. He can sing and he can preach. He got that old school. He got the old school preaching too. I'd be killing me.
So,
but I just seen Tommy, man. We all got together when we I don't know if you remember Coach Drake, the receivers coach at Chicago when we was there. He passed away. Yeah. So he played for the Steelers. We all went to his funeral and kind of a lot of Chicago cats showed up. So I got to see Tommy when we went to his funeral, Coach Drake's funeral. So it was good to see him, man. He slammed, looking good, man, doing good. So. He was a beast, though, man. That boy was a beast.
So enter him into that Super Bowl. It would have been like easy money, right?
What, who, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had dudes, man. We still had Tank. We still had guys. We like I said, the coverage bus was really the only thing that kind of got us on defense. It was all check down city. From that, and then we just needed more. We needed more from our offense. A little bit more from our offense. A little bit more Thomas Jones would have helped. You know what I'm saying? A little bit giving Rock a little bit more. Rex makes a little better decisions, and we good.
Yeah.
Because D had started the thing off, man. Right?
Whoa!
Man, I was excited.
That's one of those remember where you were moments. I remember exactly. Like, okay,
me too. Yep.
Yes,
God.
He was the
I was charged up.
He was the coldest, man. That was a rookie. That was his rookie year too, man. Dang, boy.
So there's like this. I won't really say debate because we're not really debating it, but a lot of people are talking about Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a no-brainer.
No brainer.
That he should be in the Hall of Fame. No question.
No brainer. As a returner, for sure. No question. Like the things he did. He can go to the Hall of Fame from his rookie year, all right? Just that alone. Like this dude.
Just that alone.
Just that alone. He came in doing some amazing things. Then he played defense and offense. Like, come on, man.
A lot of people forgot he came in as the DB.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about nobody else as a returner. I don't care what ain't nobody better than that. I don't care if the numbers say it or not. His vision, his speed, how strong he was. He broke tackles. Remember that Arizona game when we came back on them dudes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who we thought?
Yes.
Bruh. That play right there, bro. He's just so strong, breaking tackles. Like he better than all them dudes returners. I don't care what the stats say, and they stats might be in his favor too. On top of that, so.
Quite a few of them are. He was something special. You played for a magical defense too, man. Like I said, you as a Bears fan, man, I want to personally thank you because you gave us lots of joy on the Sunday. Because if we couldn't root for the offense, we knew our defense had our back, man. You played ball, bro. You played ball.
Appreciate it, man. We had fun, man. That's one thing we did, man. Everybody asked me, "What's the best team you played for?" Man, I said, nothing compared to that Chicago locker room, man. We literally had fun out there, man, and we was cool. You know what I mean? Like we would just clown out there. Dog. That's why we had so much fun going out there, wrecking shop, man. Because that's what we did, man. We've been in the locker room sometimes just playing games, man. Like, man, we got to go home. Why are we still playing paper rock scissors? died. We made all kind of games in that locker room, man. We had fun.
What kind of games y'all played back there?
Man, I kid you not. Like I put this game. I take the Foursquare in the locker room. And old school game, a Foursquare game. Right? You be like, these things.
I played that in grade school.
I played that when I was 8.
We would be in there 4 hours competing. Like we could not stop Foursquare, bro. Like, we just big ass grown ass NFL players playing Foursquare.
Oh wow.
Hey, so that means you liked your teammates. Y'all got along. Everybody was, he was cool.
We always was competitors. You couldn't help it. Like we would do it. Like we would play baseball in the locker room. Like we would play that Foursquare. We had this one game we did. It was like soccer when they volley the ball up and keep going, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we used to do it with a football, right? We would see how many times we can get in a circle. When I tell you, we'd be in there for an hour and a half, counting the time we can catch it in the circle. And when we got like a huge number, we just tear the whole locker room up. Just throw everything up. The kids, man, we had so much fun, man. I'm telling you, it was hilarious, man. That's why the team was as good as it was, man, because we enjoyed each other. We had fun, and it carried over to the field. Like we would be talking trash on the field. We'd be betting. I get to the ball more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like playing. We hitting these guys like, damn, these niggas is playing with us. they over here playing with us. Yeah, we playing with y'all. Back it up, boy. That's how it was for us, man.
So dope. You still cool with all those guys?
Yeah, I'm cool with most of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I keep in touch with than others, you know. Peanut, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to him time to time. Like I said, Dante's my dude. Catch up with some of the guys that's in coaching, like Vash. Vash coaching now. He at Texas.
Oh, okay. I think I did know that. Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had Texas. Okay. He had GA. Vash coaching. Of course, Chris Harris, I talk to probably the most because he coaching. He the DB coach at Redskins now. He's going to be a D coordinator soon. Yeah, a couple guys, man. A couple guys I try to keep up with. Of course, Bernard Berrien, we both from Fresno, so you know, I always talking to him, always seeing him. He in coaching now too. Just started high school this year, so yeah.
Be twice,
man. Be twice, boy. Bombs over Baghdad. He always throw bombs.
Yes,
Rex, man. He always throw them bombs and be twice.
Shout out, be twice.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Bernard Berrien, he helped the little local football scene around here so much. Tall guy, long legs, and those socks. I'm like, how did he get these socks so long? And I said, I think he done cut his socks and pulled it. Like I got 2 pairs on. Hey man, that's what we gonna do from now on, man. Everybody can't get their stock game right. We gonna watch these guys. I was the compliance guy. I was what's tall, long guy? Merton Hanks. Come around, make sure everybody is right.
Dude, his neck. His neck was like.
Hey, I saw
neck long, man.
He had the long
super tall
neck, dog. I would always be like, how long do it take for him
to get know one another
down
in Fresno?
Who?
You and Bernard Berrien.
Oh yeah. Bernard played at Fresno State. He played at Fresno State. Now, I mean, played against him in high school once. He was from like Atwater, which is like a little bit outside of Fresno, smaller town. Okay. But through Fresno State, through mutual friends, you know what I mean? A bunch of the cats I played with in high school went to Fresno State, so we knew each other. We was always cool. We actually had 3 Fresno dudes on there. It was me, Bernard, and then Cam Worrell. Cam Worrell was also a Fresno cat. Yeah. He was also a Fresno cat, man. So
didn't know that.
Yeah. So we all, you know, we had that little West Coast connection. You know, but yeah, me and B twice, you know, I knew him before, like in college and in the league. So
in the league, did you run into a lot of guys you played with maybe or played against in college, and you may have, like when you're playing, you kind of see like a circle of the same guys? Like I played with this guy in high school.
Oh, not as much in high school. That's pretty rare. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
High school, because you know, when you go from high school to college, the numbers get a little bit lower. You know, you go from college to league, the numbers are a little bit lower. You know,
right.
So many cats making it. So, yeah, more guys I played against than guys I played with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, because obviously you know I'm saying the best. So, you know, my guys at SC, my guys at all the other schools, Oregon, all of them. You know, we seeing them in the league and be cool with them too. You know.
Cool. Hey, Rick, one last question from me that's kind of sparking a little debate around here. How do you feel about this 17th game that they added this year? And I'm not just talking about the physicality of it, but some records might be skewed now this way or that way. You know, sacks, touchdown. You know, a bunch of records could be skewed. How do you feel about that 17th game?
I mean, I'm impartial to it, man. Like either way, you know what I'm saying, with it or without it. I think it's cool. We get another opportunity, you know. So I'm impartial with it, man. It's really not a big deal, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm not one way or the other with it.
JR, you got anything else before I ask this question?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, Ricky, before we let you go, man, I know that you only spent what 2 years here.
I know, man. That was so short, but it seemed like you know what I mean. It was such a good time.
We enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed it. You were definitely one of the most productive corners we've ever had. And so this is a question that I ask just about everybody that spent time here in Chicago. We have a lot of places to go eat. And there's an ongoing debate about Harold's Chicken and Uncle Remus. Were you ever able to have either one of those?
I never had neither one of those, I don't think.
You never had neither one? You eat
so.
chicken, dog?
You know what? If I have, I don't know, because my Uncle Rock used to always come out there and he used to always go to these spots. I don't know where I got him from. So, you know, I don't know. That sounds familiar, but I don't know, bro. I used to love the food in Chicago too. But I don't remember where I ate at most of the time, to be honest. I remember Japanese.
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 Does that still exist? I don't think that exists anymore. But I remember going there and having
cool
sushi.
Ambiance, man. It's a cool little ambiance.
Yeah,
it was. It was dope.
That was real. That was your date spot. You're on the low. You're on the low spot.
Yeah, that's my little. You know what I'm saying? Wine dine spot, man. I was married by then, so it was, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you was taking wife.
I was taking wife.
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
Wife.
Go to Joe's downtown.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Joe's Crab. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That place was fire, man. That food was so good.
Joe's was off the chain back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
I only went a couple times though, because it's pricey as hell. I can't afford it.
It did get pricey. It did get pricey, man.
Yeah. You thinking back like, man, damn.
Hey, one more thing. J.I. said earlier that DB coaches can't have beards. So
no, I said head coach. I'm trying to get my Lovey on. You can't have no facial hair if you want to be a black head coach.
Right now, man, what you talking about?
Lovey had that at U of Y. Lovey was clean faced. He was ready to be the president in Chicago. I said, "Come on, Lovey."
Hey, you see how they all had them beards at Illinois though? That's crazy.
I saw
like Santa Claus. That white
was Papa Smurf. I was like, "Come on!" And I didn't know Lovey was yoked up like that. I was like, "Okay, run up on Lovey if you want."
Yeah, he is kind of No, Lovey is kind of yoked though. He is kind of yoked.
Yeah. Well, hey, Rick, this been fun, man. This was definitely fun, man. And I'm glad we had you on. I'm glad you took the time,
man.
To holler at us, man. Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
And definitely,
I'm all over the Jets this season, man.
Absolutely.
I've been watching. I saw Bless last year. I said, I'm gonna check out this guy. He looks good, man. So I want to say, so when guys say, "Hey, man, I knew about him, man. I knew what was up."
Yeah,
so
when he's like Bless, man.
The next big thing.
Hey, Ricky, check back in with us midway through the season if you can, man.
Yeah, for sure. I can't promise you that I can sit on here for an hour and 40 minutes, but we can get it in. We'll
take it.
Most definitely.
Hey, 10 minutes, whatever you can spare, we'll take it, man. But this was definitely a blessing, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Nah, hey, appreciate y'all boys, man. You're doing your thing, man. Love it. So, yeah, anytime, man. Just holler at me, man. Talk ball, update me on some stuff. Hey, tell me, hey, what Bless doing now, Rick? You said he was supposed to be. What are you doing now? What you?
Oh man, get on him.
Hey, I'm with you. I like the long athletic corner. So hey, they're my guys. Hey,
where you Jay? Where you trying to get a job at? Where you trying to get hired at?
I'm trying to get hired anywhere, man. I gotta kind of lower my voice. My wife kind of put the kibosh on my coaching gig. So, but hey, I would love to come and do some work with some DBs. I would just love to come in like you say and just soak up some of the knowledge.
Yeah. So I'm going. You ain't going to New York.
Hey, come on, man! I ain't got no warrants. I can go out of state. My New York privileges have not been revoked.
Wifey is not gonna let you go nowhere, dog.
Oh, man, she don't tell me. I tell.
Okay, okay, man. You ain't. Don't try to impress me.
Hey, I know how it is that coaching stuff, man. Because look, my wife is. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm coaching high school. I'm at City College. She's like, man, when we gonna, you coaching for free? Now, you coaching for free? I'm like, hey, just hold on. Let me go to this combine real quick. Let me go to this combine. Let me go to the Senior Bowl. Let me network.
Right. Let me do my thing. Just hold on.
I know some people. Just let me go ahead and she let me go. That's how I got my first job in Seattle. I went to the combine. I knew Chris Richard, but I went to the combine. I showed up, and he's like, "I'll show you here. Just here, meet with Pete right now." Okay. Bam. Since DB coach. That fast.
It is.
I showed up.
Indianapolis it is.
So there you go, JR.
Hey, that's 2 hours. That's 2 hours away. And he said the Senior Bowl. My buddy lives right across the street from Last Stadium in Mobile. So man, okay.
Senior Bowl, man. I used to hit those colleges up too, man. Like if I knew somebody and I can get in a practice, a meeting, I'm in there. I'm in there learning and just because that's what it is with coaching, man. It's about building relationships. They know you, they see you around. Oh, I know that cat, man. He was cool, Oh, he volunteered at our camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff, man. Do that stuff, man. That stuff goes a long way. You know what I mean? You just never know. You just never know who you with that's gonna be somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, like I had GAs that are head coaches now that were towel boys. You know what I'm saying? Towel boys when I was playing. Like the head coach for Carolina Panthers, he used to be our GA. Matt Rule was our GA at UCLA. He used to have to watch me in warm-ups so I wouldn't kill nobody because I would always try to fight everybody in warm-ups, every receiver alive. And Matt was like, man, I used to have to stretch in warm-ups just to make sure you didn't kill nobody because I don't know what was wrong with you. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me either, but I appreciate you for holding me down, not letting me get in trouble.
Right, that's what's up.
But look, he's head coach now. You know what I mean? Like you just never know, man. So that networking, man, and getting it. Plus, too, you get to learn ball too. You can always learn something.
Learn ball. That's the big key right there.
That's what I say. Learn some ball, man. Learn how people do it, man. That's what it.
There you go, JR.
It's been love, Ricky, man. Nothing but love, man. Like I say, I'm watching the Jets. Man, I'm checking for you. Big thing. Big things coming up, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, JB, put some more weight on that bench back there too, man. If you're gonna have it in the background, at least throw the big plates in there.
Hey, that was for my son.
You got it. Come on, baby. Even if you wasn't lifting it, like I put all the weights on there. They're like, damn, JP, what you back there doing? What you doing today? Oh yeah, that's just my warm up. That's just my warm up. Like work.
I curl that.
I curl.
He said you on some puny shit, man.
Oh snap!
You gotta dress it up, baby. Come on, Jay.
Okay.
You're supposed to see that.
All right, Rick, man. All right, bro. It's been great, man. I'ma holler at you on a personal tip.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother.
Be easy, brother.
All right, bear down, baby. All right.
Bear down.
Oh man, Ricky was dope.
Ricky was awesome, man. Another
awesome man.
Crazy dope, man. That was a lot of fun, brothers. That was a lot of fun, man.
It was, man. Like, his energy is off the chain, man. Love it.
Definitely.
Man.
Super off the chain. His energy was ridiculous. Yeah.
Energy, the knowledge, the love, the hell, the realness. The real.
For real.
Yep, definitely. All of that, man.
We appreciate him being candid and real and open with us,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Especially when I named those names, man. I wasn't quite sure how he was going to react. Yeah, I thought maybe Adam Gaze would jam him up a little bit, but
oh man, listen, you know what? Hey, you asked me about, hey, what about this guy's like? Come on, man. I really want to. Not too many guys go out kicking and screaming if they still want to be around. So come on, man. I'm not about to tell you how I really feel. I mean, not that I can't. Come on, man. He's in the league, so I like it, man. He's as West Coast as they come. I got a buddy that's from the West Coast. That's what I really wanted to ask him. Like, wait a minute, because he got that West Coast accent still. I got a buddy.
You feel me, cuz? You feel me, cuz? He just like that.
Not that one, though, but I got you.
Not that one, huh?
Man, that's that. Hey, that's that Plainfield accent.
Okay. Plainfield?
That's where you live. Stop playing, boy. Stop playing. You out there.
Plainfield? What? Fuck you mean? Shit, I'm from the south side of Chicago, nigga.
Okay. Hey, see, he tried to put a little extra on it to make it. You ain't got to convince me, Brian. Listen, man. Hold on.
I sure don't have to convince you.
You ain't got to embrace no poverty. Plainfield is dope.
Wait, hold up. When do I ever embrace poverty?
I'm from the South Side, man. Come on, man.
What? So are you saying the South Side is impoverished?
It's impoverished, yeah. It is impoverished.
I definitely disagree with that. But that's political talk. That's political talk. So go ahead, JB. I'm sorry.
Well, that is political talk, but remember, I'm not running for alderman until 2024. So let me get my shit. I'm sorry, Mom. Let me get my ducks in a row. Then we can start talking about how we're gonna go after CHA and all that other stuff. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, I do got the Charles Atlas Star of the kid in the background. You right. Hey, my man Bullets, man. Hey, Bullets, can you drop some info for us, man? We've been trying. We need some info, man. Social media, phone number, email, something. We want to reach out to you, man. Real talk. But check this out. I wanna point something out that's real pressing when it comes to us as Bears fans coming up. As we know, we have a draft next week.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of reports that have been coming out from our friends on other media outlets have been kind of like skewed towards one side of the ball. I'm of the mindset of if the player that we really, really want or need is not available, now you have to go best available, right? And Ricky alluded to something about not worrying about the cover corner anymore.
Okay.
Worry about the complete corner.
Okay.
One of our other viewers stated Eddie Goldman coming back is going to be huge to aid with that pass rush with Akeem Hicks and them boys. So now it's like, do we jump and grab the best lineman available? Or do we grab the best player which is available, which could also be a corner at that 20th spot? What if a J.C. Horn fell to number 20?
I say this without getting specific with a lot of players, because there's one guy that I got my eye on, and I think the Bears could get that I would like just to kick the tires on and see what's what. But to answer your question, best available if there's a need for it.
There is a need for a corner. There is.
Okay. I mean, if
there's definitely
if I can get a better corner at 20 than I can get a lineman, I say, who's the better player? And I need a corner and a lineman. I would say go with best, but I'm not saying.
By 23 of the top 4 projected linemen are gone. I don't know the Bears short list. I don't know their board. But I do know this. A lot of prognosticators have J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain, depending on who you talk to, 1 and 1B.
Okay.
If we don't have that dominant, explosive guy on the line, do we go DB? If a J.C. Horn is right in your lap to pair with a Jalen Johnson for the future, do you pass on that? I think that's a compelling question.
I think it is a compelling question because then you got to ask, like, I would get him. I mean, I would if I would. This is what I don't want to happen. If you get the best player, and I think that's a sexy enough pick. Hey, the Bears go corner. I would be okay with that. I would be. I don't think this. I don't think that the average fan, and I'm not too much above average. I'm not gonna say that. If you give me a corner, you give me any skill position, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's see what they do, because you can actually see what they do a little better. But
the evaluation process is quicker.
Yeah, because you're gonna need some big boys to push people around and to hold down the fort. But I would go if we have a top corner available. But there are a few corners in the league. I mean, in the draft, I would go there. Well, I know who will be available. And we can get him in the maybe second or third round. Felipe Franks.
Felipe Franks. That's interesting that you what.
I saw his name and I looked at him and I saw some of the film and I was like, you know what? If we didn't have to, move up or we can get him in the third round.
Who do you put him in another light? A current player. I want to see if we thinking the same. Who do you put him in the same light as?
I wanted to say Dak Prescott.
Thank you. I was thinking the exact same thing. At first, I was thinking Kellen Mond, but then when you said Felipe Franks, I was like, eerily similar. Eerily similar.
Let's see how big this guy is. You know what? And I'm not gonna pretend like I know this guy. I know everything about him. I didn't know anything about him.
I saw a couple games. He's solid. He's solid.
I didn't know he was a Florida guy first. I've seen him what he did in Arkansas and who he did it against.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big body, not as mobile. But you know what? So
but if he was a transfer.
Yeah, he's a transfer. Yeah, he's 6'6". They got him listed as 6'6". So that means at very least he's 6'4". So I said either way, that's still good. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, when you get present company excluded, when you start getting up there past 6'6", 6'7", that's when you get a little Frankenstein. Osweiler, get the Brock Osweiler, and you got to be a little bit more graceful. This guy's still at it. You're a little gangly. You're right. So, but this guy, he's not a runner, but he's a little physical guy. 228, so he's slim build. I don't know if that's his, playing weight or walking around weight, but I think the Bears, if you get a third, he may be around in the fourth round, unless they just make a run. So the Bears can definitely get somebody that has a little bit of big time college experience and take a look at him, and then you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room to say, hey, let's give us a little life at quarterback. If he's on the team, if he's on the team,
always trying to be the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Now you just broke down the evaluation that makes perfect sense. Third round, fourth round. We've seen a Russell Wilson, not saying he is, but we've seen a Russell Wilson go in the third round. We've seen a Dak Prescott go in the fourth round. Is he that caliber of player? Felipe Franks could be. What I don't want them to do is jump the gun and grab a Kyle Trask, especially when you have a Davis Wills or a Kellen Mond available. Mm-hmm. But in that first round with that 20th pick, when I look at the possibility of picking up the second highest projected corner or the fourth or fifth projected lineman who may or may not be a left tackle because that's our most glaring position of need, I say you got to go best available at that particular spot.
I agree.
I don't.
Speak on it, T.
They got to address that line. And
we all agree.
So, I mean, and you said that the first few projected linemen are going to be gone.
Of course, this is all speculation, but
right, it's all speculation.
We're talking about Penei Sewell. We're talking about Slaughter from Northwestern, and my man from Virginia Tech. I forgot his name right now, but those are the top three rated linemen.
When
you get to 4 or 5,
Christian Darrisaw. Yeah.
Darrisaw. When you get to 4 and 5, 4 and 5 don't compare to what J.C. Horn is as far as availability.
Right.
Hell, not saying that he will, but if my man linebacker from Penn State fell, Micah Parsons. If Micah Parsons is available at 20, how do you pass on that?
That's an interesting point. That is a very interesting point. But in my mind, they have to address that line. They have to.
And I think you can address the line in the second round or the third. I think you can. But like J.I. just alluded to, two of the most glaring holes, one of them we're not going to address for this year and maybe even the second year, which is a quarterback. If we pick a quarterback in the second or third round, we know they're not going to play the first 2 years. Well, barring injury, we don't, or just poor play, we don't expect that quarterback that's a second, third, or even fourth round pick to play right now. We know 2021 is Andy Dalton's show. Can we all agree on that? Barring some type of major trade.
Yeah, they said it. They said it. So it's Andy Dalton's show. It's his position to lose.
Barring something that falls miraculously in the
let me tell you this. This is barring. Here's what'll make it to me the Andy Dalton show. Here's what'll make it the Andy Dalton show. If for whatever reason the Bears just stand pat with who they have at quarterback, okay, and they say, hey, we're not going to make any moves in the draft at the QB position, then I think that would kind of bode well for Andy Dalton. If for whatever reason the Bears say, you know what, we're going to be aggressive and we're going to get Davis Mills, Felipe Frank, somebody like that, then I would say, you know what, let's go on the 3-game slide and then we'll see exactly what happens. Then they'll say, hey, what do we got to lose, or whatever the case may be. If there's an injury, but I'm saying this, and I'm saying this as if we still don't have the other guy on the team.
Pause.
And Nick Foles is there. Nick Foles is there. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, the Bears traditionally, since we've been alive and been able to really fully comprehend what they do, very seldom do they carry 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Very seldom.
I think this will let you know if it's solely. They gotta be trying to look like, hey man, let's see if we can get Nick for. If they pick somebody up, then Nick Foles is gone, and let's see what we can get for him. Because other than that, it depends on it. Other than that, you're right. They're not gonna keep 3, and I'm definitely not drafting a guy that I don't plan on evaluating.
Thank you.
Yes, at all. So
that's why I say I kind of agree with your analogy in that 3rd or 4th round, because now there's no pressure for that particular quarterback to play right away.
Yes,
and technically,
money. Anything he does is going to be great.
It's a positive, correct?
Yes,
correct. But to T's point, devil's advocate, I don't care who's back there playing quarterback, unless it's Michael Vick. If we don't address the line, like we got Marquise Goodwin, we got Darnell Mooney,
great.
We got Allen Robinson. But if you only have a second and a half to throw the ball,
indeed, my brother.
You know, so it's twofold. I just like to say, Ryan Pace, to me, viewers, please chime in. We won't keep you. Ryan Pace, to me, is in a position that our grandparents used to call for us and say, boy, you done got caught up between a rock and a hard place. By your own doing. Right? Because now, if we address one issue, and let's say the defense is lights out, Jalen Johnson doing his thing, Tyshawn Gibson, Eddie Jackson shutting it down in the corners. We bring back Eddie Goldman. We doing everything we need to do defensively, which is
Alex,
the Bears calling guard, right? That's normally the Bears calling card. But then the offense is just 17, 18, 19, 20 points a game. We middle to low middle of the pack. That's not moving the playoff needle, right?
I agree.
But as we know, because we've drafted linemen before, we see you, Alex, talking about Charles Leno has to go. Speed bump Charlie, we pretty much tired of him. We are. But the Bears, lineman-wise, We keep drafting the Chris Williams. We keep drafting the Gabe Karimi. You know what I'm saying? So am I that sold on the Bears' talent evaluation as far as linemen? Because then you catch a guy like Alex Bars, who was on the practice squad. Alex Bars get on the field and start crushing it. So it's like the people that you scouted and didn't draft are doing better than the players that you actually drafted on the line. So what is that saying to me as far as a fan about your scouting department as far as O-line play? You can scout defense, stay with what you're good at. Make that defense so impactful like the old Baltimore Ravens where Trent Dilfer didn't have to do he didn't have to throw no touchdown. He just didn't have to throw no picks.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, very good point. Bullet says he wouldn't be mad if they drafted 2 linemen, first 2 picks with linemen. I wouldn't be upset with it either. I wouldn't. I don't think the overall fan base, the people who like the sexy picks,
I
would be happy. But here's what happens. I like it for 2 other reasons. Anybody you pick after that is going to be 3rd, 4th round. If they work out, great. If they don't, and
Jimmy
yet, listen.
Johnson told you this years ago, Irv, and I know you're a fan of the U.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Johnson told you this. Football players and the core of the team are made in rounds 3, 4, and 5.
Well, let's make them. Let's get these linemen and make them.
That's where you really hit your gold. It's easy to pick Trevor Lawrence. That's easy. But it's hard to pick Dak Prescott, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to pick Tom Brady, even though he's in the anomaly of all anomalies.
Yeah,
that's hard to pick. You see what I'm saying? So with the Bears brass, basically with they cojones in a vice, let's call it what it is. This pick is that pick that's going to determine whether you get that contract extension or whether you want the next thing smoking.
I agree.
And that pick is not necessarily tied to a quarterback. That's where I think Bears brass is right now, which is why I say if you can't get a top 3 lineman at that position, which we all agree left tackle is a position of utmost need and importance, but you can get the 2nd top rated corner, of which we just lost a Pro Bowl corner in Kyle Fuller, you got to make that move. If
Ryan Pace is going to do it.
You got Trevathan in it, you got to make that move. And then we'll address the lineman in the 2nd round.
Now that I think about it, Ryan Pace will do that. He's going to go for who he thinks is the top player. If those linemen aren't available, he's going to go for who he thinks is the best player available. And that's what he's going to do.
And that's why I say, because we haven't had a 1st round pick since Mitch, this is so very important right now. This pick is so – you have to hit – you ain't got to hit a home run, but damn it, you got to at least hit a double. You at least got to hit extra bases.
His ass is definitely on the line.
Shout out to Emilio and Christian on Punk.
Most definitely.
Yes, definitely. And I'm glad that's a perfect segue. Let's do our shout outs, and my glasses get empty. So let's do our shout outs and get the hell out of here.
I got you.
Go ahead, start it off, JB.
Okay. As always, shout out to my squad, my all-star team, T Nick, J.I., Big Will, super producer TJ. Miss Sandra, always. My mom's holding it down. My mom's friends always watching to the wee hours of the night. We love and respect and thank y'all. Curtis Clay, C.O. Sam, my cousin James Buford, everybody out there watching it and chimed in. My man Bullets, my man Alex Acevedo, everybody that continually supports and supports and chimes in and comments. We love it. Shout out to Ricky Manning Jr.
Most definitely.
Shout out to that brother. Love that brother. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, I know we don't like to get political, T, but I want to say shout out to Minnesota. And the reason I want to say shout out to Minnesota is because depending on what went on, good or bad, it could have ended up not good. So I want to say shout out to the people in Minnesota that have been going through a hell of a lot these last few months. And shout out to them. Prayers and blessings go out to Minnesota. Prayers and blessings go out to the family of George Floyd. We almost there.
J.I.?
Oh, man, I want to give a couple shouts out first off to you guys, JB, T. Nick, Big Will, super producer. Hey, let's keep doing this thing, getting better, man. We get better better and stronger. Ricky Manning Jr. Absolutely. Listen, man, we get DBs on here, man. Give a shout out to everybody that's a DB coach. Hey, shout out to the super DB coach, Chris Golfer. Mount Carmel guy, you gotta do your homework, T. Nick. Maybe we can get Seagolf on here. Seagolf is a boom guy. We get some boom guys, some hero guys. Anybody that's doing 7. Hey, if you're playing 7-on-7, you're probably surrounded by some pretty good DB coaches and stuff like that. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's doing things big. Shout out to Bronzeville Wings, Nicole Jackson, and everybody. I want to shout out to everybody that's coming, that's tuning in, that said, "Hey man, I'm definitely gonna check you out." My guy, Mount Carmel guy, my guy, Big Stan. Hey, let's keep this thing going, man. Man, this is good. Love the energy. Take it away, T. Nick.
All right. Well, my first shout out, I want to shout out the viewers. Bullets, Bill Olazek. I'm sorry if I fucked up your name. Alex Esvedo. That's my guy. And she didn't chime in, but my lady, for putting up with my ass every week when I'm trying to prepare for one of these podcasts. She put up with my ass, or she go in the other room so she don't have to deal with me. Big shout out to you, Moo Hair. I call her Moo Hair. And you guys, definitely. J.I., J.B., Will, they had to break out. And of course, the super producer, Tanya. But I mean, you guys make this shit happen. Of course, y'all know more shit than me. But I'm not going to discredit myself. I know a little bit. But
okay.
I'm definitely shouting out y'all, man, for helping make this shit happen, man. We're like a fucking team. You know, Neo said it in the song. You know, what did he say? We'll blow when we're together. I fucked it all up.
You talking about we're a force when we're together?
Yeah, we're a force when we're together.
Okay.
I'm a movement by myself, with a force when we're together.
Right,
my man.
Shout to y'all, man, because that's what we are.
Hey, one more thing I have to, because Bullets is the man. Shout out to the 12 men and women who did the right thing today.
Yes.
That's very key. That's very important. Very important. Thank you again, Bullets. Bullets, drop that info, man. Hit us on the email, on the Facebook.
Most definitely, brother.
And we got to get in touch with you, brother, for real.
Definitely. Shout out to Miss Sandra. Miss Sandra, man, that's wonderful to hear that, you know, you're tuned in.
How mom's friends.
And supporting your son. That is a beautiful thing. I don't have no family support. I don't have my pops do watch. But
he made the gumbo. That's support.
Yeah, I think my pops do watch.
Absolutely.
So, and my cousin Lavelle, shout out to you, dog, because he watches every episode. Every single episode he watches. And he shares and all of that. So definitely shout out to you, cuz, and Pops. Shout out to you too. And my rest of my family, what's up? I mean, Konice is my family. She don't even watch. She don't even watch.
All right, we gotta get on. We gotta get on Coney.
We got to.
We get on Corey. AT.
We got to.
Before we forget, though, bro, there was something that was said last week that we didn't do yet, and we have to keep our word. Otherwise,
I know exactly what it is. Wait. Give me 1 second.
We will be kept. We will be held to our word on this show. Absolutely.
Silky D.
Silky D.
I said on the last episode what the phrase was to win this book, and I will ship it to you. Let me make something clear, though. Not internationally, domestically. International, it would cost me like $30 to ship it.
It's over.
So, so domestically, I will ship you this book if you type in the comments exactly what I said in the last episode. Now, I know y'all got a cheat code because y'all can go back to YouTube or whatever and look at it. But if you did all of that, shit, you deserve this damn book. So,
hey
if
T,
you type,
look at the comments. It's over already.
Okay. All right. There it is. There it is. See open Miss Sanders.
Drop
Sanders.
Drop the info in the chat.
Yeah. Drop the info.
Behind stage or whatever. Email. How we do that?
She can put it right in the comments and I'll get it and write it down. And actually I don't have to write it because I already have it. Once she puts it in there, even when we go offline, I'll still have it. But this book is yours. I licked you a little bit too late, man. Sorry. But next week we have Kellen Davis. He's gonna be on the show, and I'll have another book to give away.
Kellen Davis, Chicago Bears tight end, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Michigan State guy?
Yeah,
Michigan
he is.
State guy.
He's a Michigan State dude.
Sparty.
Yep. Just like you, JB. Just like you. That was his point because he already knew he was a Michigan State guy. he just wanted us to say that. But Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Jay, I do that all the time.
Hey,
you know the answers before he even asks it.
Hey, try not to ask questions you don't know the answer to.
There you go.
Try not
to. That Kellen Davis episode, I will give away another book. But this one is going to Ms. or Mr. Sanders. I don't know your gender. I'm sorry. I can't tell by the name. But Ms. or Mr. or Mrs.
Well, I'll tell you this. Since they're responding right here, we can reach out after the show onto their personal and get their information to send them the book.
Okay, so you can send it to, if you're on Facebook, you can just send it to Terrence Nichols, or you can, let's see, I put my info in it.
The podcast messenger, right?
Podcast, but yeah, you can send it to the podcast. You can send it to me directly, however you want to send it. And I will ship you this book. And thank you for watching and paying attention. Alex, thank you for watching and paying attention too, but you was a little too late, dog. You was a little too late, man. But I'm gonna give away another one. So this was a great show, man. And love you guys, man. Love you guys for the great conversation, the knowledge, and shit. That's it for me. And I'm closing it out for my guy J.I., my dude JB. I'm T Nick, the point guard, quarterback, the coolest man in the room, but I'm the only man in the room. We out.
We out.
Peace.